Modesty. I think of an old woman going, you just gotta be a little more modest. Oh, wait, that sounded kind of Irish. Was that just me? Modesty, like, modesty, my dear. Modesty. I don't know why I think of these voices of like women, wise women. Modesty. Modesty. My style is comfortable, lazy. It doesn't really nothing too fancy, and it covers a lot. I mean, I don't feel comfortable showing a lot of skin. I don't want to have to pull up my shirt, and I don't want to have to make sure that my dress is long enough, or that if I bend over you can see something in the back. I don't want to be worried about any of that. So I just make sure that I'm comfortable and I'm covered so that I can just go on with what I have to do on my day. I think I got my style mostly from my sister. Number one, because I mostly get her hand-me-downs. And for two, she doesn't really care what people think of her. I mean, she's a really strong, independent woman, so she just works really hard and doesn't care about what she looks like as long as she gets the job done. So. I think it does. It does a lot because you want to look like that. That's what they tell you looks good. This is what looks good. This is what you should look like. So that's what you look like. Honestly, my freshman year, if it wasn't American Eagle, I wasn't wearing it. You know how much money I spent on American Eagle? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I don't know how I had that money. But as you can see in my closet, I only have American Eagle jeans. I don't wear anything else but American Eagle jeans. I mean, now that I've become accustomed to that, I'm kind of I don't know where else to go for jeans, honestly. But back to pop culture, yes, I think it does. Because you want to you look up to those people. Those are the people who are famous. Those are the people who have it all, and you think, oh, that's a way that I can be like them. That's a way that I can be popular or look good, or that's what successful people look like. So you have to kind of dress the part, almost. In terms of clothing, modesty is just not revealing too much of your physical self before you show off your inner self. Yeah. I think I'm modest because I cover myself up really well, and when I need to be professional, I'll dress up professionally, and I think I carry myself well. So, yeah, I think I'm modest.
The school dress code for girls, the standards for the school dress code is set up according to business standards and what's socially acceptable at this time without any distractions for school. Certain things that pertain to girls usually would be the pants or the bottoms within fingertip length, meaning mid-thigh in length. Shirts and blouses with minimal cleavage showing, and nothing that is see-through where you can see the underwear. However, some of those same standards we also apply with young men, such as we don't want to see underwear, pants being secured at the waistline. We want to see minimal skin, you know, at the top area and below the underarms and all of that. So therefore we say no tank tops and all of those things. Well, I don't see the fixing of a dress code as being the answer to all of that. With teenagers, there are a lot of things to distract them. However, the dress code that we have for the school system takes into consideration the different body builds of everybody and the different tastes and the different ways that teenagers have to express themselves. And in looking at the dress code, it is not difficult for someone of a different build to still purchase clothing that's within the dress code. I don't see it as being any more for one than the other. It's what applies to you. I see the same fingertip in length applying for the young men as it does the young women. If a young man decided to wear shorts, I still use the same measurement standards. The showing of any underwear. I see the young men who wear the white t-shirts and nothing up over them. I see that as underwear, and I call them on it to say, no, we have to, you know, get a shirt on over that. That's considered as underwear. So I don't see us having more restrictions or more codes for the young ladies than we have for the young men. We just have to apply them equally for young ladies and young men. I do believe that the media affects teenagers in all ways, from their hairstyles to what they wear, to some of the language that we hear, to some of the things that they do. It's up to us as educators, as parents, to be there to kind of counteract the media and to show students right from wrong and what's socially acceptable and in what areas, because there are certain things you can't wear to school, but they look very nice, but you can wear them other places, to the mall, to the movies, and places like that, versus to school. So it's up to responsible adults to kind of be that balance for what they see in the media. What I see is, I don't want to say it to be modest dress, but I want to consider it as standards of dress. And there are standards of dress for different places. There's one thing that you might wear when you're hanging out with friends, when you're all going to a party, when you're at the mall, when you're at the movies. And then there are standards of dress for the business place and standards of dress for school, for learning. And at school, what I see as standards of dress is something that you can get up and sit down in comfortably when you're getting up and out of your desk, that you can go from one class to the other class and feel very comfortable. up and down stairs, to PE classes, be able to participate in your theater classes, your acting classes, your band, your chorus, and all of that. Everything that's going on at school, that your dress remains appropriate and you feel comfortable in what you have on.
I am a bipolar dresser. I will be Converse and ripped jeans one day and leggings and Jordans the next day. I will be sweatpants every day, or I'll be designer clothes for a whole week. I'm a bipolar dresser. It's all based off how I feel in the day. Well, they basically get like a predetermined or prejudged idea of who they think I am, like my personality and stuff like that. Maybe if I wear the same things everybody else is wearing, they'll probably think I'm doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. Or if I just wear sweatpants or something, they'll think I'm here to slack off and not really pay attention. Something like that. I think it gives them a different expression of me. I always dress differently. Every day I have a new personality, I guess. Well, not personality, but a new expression of who I am in my clothes. So I guess it gives them a new idea. Like they'll always get something fresh from me or something different from me. I won't be the same all the time. School dress code it's in place for a reason. I think sometimes they're a little strict with the fingertip length thing, because some people have really short arms. It's not fair. But I think it limits you to a certain like possibility, but it also helps you because in the professional world, you know, sometimes you don't always get to dress the way you want to dress, or sometimes you just have to change up a little bit to not fit in, but be acceptable, I guess, which isn't always a good thing, but that's the way our society works, and yes. Yeah, I understand the distraction, but instead of training us, well, people say this all the time, and I'm just gonna agree with it, you know, instead of training us to fend for the male gender, train them to control themselves better. I know they're hormones, but if you can run a country, you can control your hormones. So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. If you want to train them to be great, start within themselves and don't start with everyone else. Yeah. My definition of modesty, off the top of my head, I would say allowing other perspectives to be expressed without judgment. If it's not your own perspective, don't judge it. That would be nice.
So I think now I just wear whatever I feel comfortable in. I mean, I would say there's times, I don't think it's changed that much, but I'd say that there's times when I have to be more professional now as opposed to high school, because now there's a lot more opportunities in regards to internship and, you know, going to work. There's more occasions where I have to be more professional.
I've learned to care more about my appearance in college, and later in high school, I started to care more about my appearance like junior year and senior year. I consider a modest dress like not too flashy but simple, and I would think that I am a modest dresser because I don't go for glamour, I go for more comfort when I dress, so I am a modest dresser.
Like who you are as a person and your personality and your clothing. Like I think the personality is what clothes you and how you represent yourself and hold yourself as a person.